everybody. I'm Dr. Lori Wagner, and I am your instructor for health coaching, HED 4/52041, meaning we have both undergrad students and graduate students in this class. Welcome to the course. It's one of my favorites. It's been a while since I've taught it during the semester. I usually teach it in the summer, but I did just teach it in the fall, so that was kind of nice to knock the cobwebs off. I wanted to welcome you to the course and then also just kind of take you through how it is set up. I know you have a lot of online classes at the moment. Know that this class has been online for at least 10 years, and it did go through Quality Matters, so it is a pretty well designed course, which doesn't mean I'm not going to make mistakes and we're not going to have issues, but I just want to sort of take you through. For starters though, I want to just congratulate you for being here, to be attempting to get through college while the world and our democracy is all a little shaky at the moment. There are a lot of things going on right now, and I think this is a good class for that. We're going to be doing a lot of activities that I think will actually help you through it. And at the end of the day, the course is designed to help us help other people, and not just as health education specialists, which I know most of you are not, but also just as human beings. You know, how do we listen to someone when they're struggling with something and help them make decisions and choices for themselves? So I am going to rub you the wrong way a couple of times because I'm going to have you do things ways you're not normally used to doing them, but I'm okay about that because I think at the end you'll see it my way. So let's get started. If you go into our Blackboard Learn shell, and recall I sent an email out to the grad students, everybody operates through the 42041 shell just to make it easier. So let me transition over here. All right. Oh, yikes. That's what I used to look like back when I used to live in an office. Like, it's trying to tell when that was based on my plants, the 24th of something. So in any case, when you come to the course, you'll see the at the start here, or pardon me, this is at the home page. You'll see the start here and then also the learning materials. The start here should be like everyone else's course where you have, you know, this welcome video will be posted there. This is still my old one. I haven't finished this one yet. And then the do this first. And so make sure that you do that first. And everything is just, if you click on it, it will open it up and it'll tell you everything about the course. You can also find the syllabus and the course schedule there. Which you can see is also just available with these little links I've given you over here. Will take you right to the syllabus and course schedule as well. And then I do this class as week by week. So if you go into the learning materials, you'll notice the week by week is there. And you can only see these first 3 weeks, but notice that the entire semester is ready to go. So that's exciting for me. Okay, and then we are not going to hold discussions, but if you go to the discussion board, you will notice that, and look, some of your classmates have already gotten started. There's a place where you can introduce yourself to the class if you would like to. And then each of our discussions are identified here. And as you read through the syllabus, you will find that this discussion board is solely to sign up, to say, I'll be at this discussion, because our discussions are actually going to be held live in Collaborate Ultra. So if we click over to Collaborate Ultra, you'll see, oh my gosh, Dr. Wagner, you actually have all the discussions there as well? Yes, I do. And so here you can see the first one is scheduled for January 30th. And the live discussions, as you'll read about, are held live. You can either participate in them live, either as a speaker, which I ask you to do one time, or just as an observer, for which you'll get your credit. And if you can't make it, each of them are recorded. And so in this little cheeseburger menu, they call this, if you click on this, notice you can also click to recordings. I haven't recorded anything yet, but I guess if I probably, you can see the ones from last semester. No, so they'll show up here, and that can sometimes take several hours to happen. But once that session is recorded, then you'll notice, and let's take a look. Live discussion 1 is January 30th, which means week 2. And so right here, you'll notice that the discussion is going to be there. And then once it's recorded, I'll add a link for the recording. And then you can see that the discussion questions are there already for you. All right, let me come back to me so that it's not just my disembodied voice. So a couple of things I want to make sure you're clear about. So this class is designed to help you be a better helper, right? So as such, we're going to be doing videos. Video number 1 is simply introducing yourself and talking to your classmates. And then the other videos are going to be demonstrating your skills. We'll talk more about that as we move into this semester. It's generally the thing that freaks the most people out about having to take the course. But just know that those videos are shared only privately within our class. Even though they are posted to YouTube, they are listed as unlisted, so only those of us with the links will have access to them. And I can tell you, even in the fall, the students were extremely proud of themselves by the end, and I always get the comments that, oh my gosh, I thought that was going to be terrible, and it actually ended up being okay. For some of us, it's going to stay terrible. It's uncomfortable and vulnerable to record and share ourselves in this way, but it helps us create community, and I think you'll find that it really helps you develop the skills, which are difficult to do if you're not actually practicing them or demonstrating them or witnessing other people do so. So don't be shy about it. We're going to learn just as much from the mistakes that you make from the really strong things that you do. And know that I'll be making plenty of mistakes as well as we go through. Keep in mind the spring semester is designed just a little bit differently because we are unfortunately still experiencing COVID as a really life-altering situation. And so note that spring break is late this year. It doesn't actually start till April 12th. But I think we'll be okay. I think we'll get through it. And as we go, we'll talk more about exactly how the course works. Okay? I think that's everything. Oh, the book. The book is a little bit annoying. I love it. That's why we're still using it. But it can be a little bit difficult to find. Let's go back to my screen here. So you'll notice if you, where's my mouse? There he is. If you go to the syllabus, you will see the information where you can try to find the book online, but it's also within this, where is it? Maybe it's in here. It's somewhere. Oh, here it is. Okay, so here's what it looks like. You should be able to rent it on Amazon. And the best place probably to get it, unfortunately, is going to be at the bookstore because I have an arrangement where the publisher specifically allows me to reprint it. And it's available there. All right. I hope that's a good enough explanation. I should have taken better notes about what I should be talking about, but it's never too soon for you to get to know that I'm a little bit messy. Keep in mind, I'm going through a global pandemic too. I also have a partner who is unemployed for several months. I have dogs that don't always behave properly, but at least this is an online class. Last semester, my mail carrier came almost every time while I was teaching live. So that's great to try to get the dogs to stop barking while I'm trying to teach a class. So in any case, welcome to the course. Please make sure you start with the start here and the do this first, and then you should be fine. Always email me if you have any specific questions. Notice also in the discussion board that there's a spot for you to put any generalized questions, and that can be really helpful because sometimes there's 60 of you, and so when you ask a question, sometimes other people have that question as well, and so you'd actually be doing me a huge favor and the rest of the class a big service if you ask it publicly so I can answer it for everybody. All right, I hope everyone's doing well wherever you are and whatever you're going through. Know that we're not all in it together. We're all on different, I keep saying different boats, same tsunami. So hang in there. You'll hear from me again soon, and I will see you when our class starts on January 19th, Tuesday, January 19th. All right, see you soon.